Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 17th of June and today we have to see 9 selected questions. Each question has lot many explanation. So be attentive and be focused till the end. And if you wish to get PDF of all these videos, you have to join me on Telegram by writing the channel's name like this. You will recognize the channel at the Telegram with this logo. Thereon you will receive all the PDFs. Let's begin, but if you are finding my videos useful, don't forget to like the video and share the video with your friends and loved ones. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you receive all the notifications to learn and grow every day with all the latest important videos from this channel. Let's begin now, but first you have to answer one question in the comment section. The question is, which country announced a Jet Zero plan? These are the options. Read the options carefully and then answer it in the comment section. Let's begin now. The first question. Spandan campaign has been launched by police of Spandan campaign has been launched by police of Chhattisgarh. So here B is the right answer for it. And this campaign has been launched to protect the police personnel from depression and stress. More than 50 police personnel, including personnel of paramilitary forces, has committed suicide in Chhattisgarh over the past 2 years. And apart from these, Jawans opening fire on their colleagues were also reported in recent years. So for such reasons, this campaign has been launched. And recently we have also got the sad news of demise of our great star Sushant Singh Rajput. So we get a lesson from these incidents that we should have a compassionate attitude towards all our friends and colleagues who are suffering from depression. We should continuously be in touch with them whenever they need, or even when they don't require you, they don't ask for any help from you. We should go to them, and whenever feel, we should not restrain ourselves from getting help with the helpline numbers. They reach to us very quickly, so we should not feel a stigma about it. It is just like a disease, like any other disease in human body. We should take this matter very seriously and should not make this issue a matter of laugh. If possible, we should try to increase awareness among people living around us about this disease so that everyone can develop a compassionate attitude towards this disease, and people may come in forefront, and our brothers and sisters who are suffering from this disease may come ahead and tell by themselves that they are suffering from this disease. So for them, we have to make such an environment in which they feel welcomed, confident to express their feelings. So let's move ahead. The next question now. Gondwana theria in news recently is a or an. So Gondwana theria, which is in news recently, is an extinct species. So here B is the right answer. This Gondwana theria is an extinct group of mammals that lived during Upper Cretaceous to the end of Eocene, and they lived in the southern hemisphere continents which had been part of supercontinent Gondwana. So when millions of years ago, Earth was divided into two parts, which was called as Laurentian. The northern portion of Earth was called as Laurentian part, while the southern portion of Earth was called as Gondwana. So these species and dinosaurs also lived in the Gondwana region. And these mammals are known only from isolated teeth and a few lower jaws. Because of these fragmentary remains, their relationships are unclear. And recently it was in news because researchers have unearthed teeth in Patagonia. Patagonia is a region in South America which is shared by Argentina, and some of part of Patagonia lies in Chile. And this researchers found unearthed teeth in Patagonia belonging to a mammal which was called as Megalodon baikasenke that lived 74 million years ago, the oldest such remains yet discovered in the South American country. And as such, this is the southernmost record of Gondwana theria, which is a group of long extinct early mammals that coexisted with dinosaurs. The next question now. The International Day of Family Remittances is observed on. So this day of family remittances is observed on 16th of June. So here B is the right answer. The theme for this year is remittances are a lifeline. I repeat the theme for you once again. Remittances are a lifeline. And the day is adopted by United Nations General Assembly. The day recognizes the contribution of over 200 million migrants to improve the lives of over 800 million family members back home, and half of these flows go to the rural areas where poverty and hunger are concentrated. The next question now. Consider the following statements about recession in India. It is defined as a fall in overall economic activity for 2 consecutive quarters, which is 6 months. So for one quarter there is 3 months. So when the recession or slowdown in economic activity lasts for 2 quarters at least, that is for 6 months, then it is called as recession. While when it is extended beyond 1 year, then that slowdown in economic activity is termed as depression. So there is difference between recession and depression because of duration of time. So in short, we can define depression as long lasting or severe recession is called as depression. And in India, recessions occurred 4 times. That was in 1958, 1966, 1973 and 1980. Remember the years? They may ask you this time because of COVID-19 pandemic. Entire world economy has been facing recessionary phase and India is not aloof from it. India is also going through slowdown in economy. So they may ask that when India faced recession last time. So it was 1980. While till now India has faced 4 recessions after independence, that was in 1958, 1966, 1973 and 1980. So here both of these statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And recession in financial year 58, that was 1958, was due to balance of payment crisis. What is balance of or BOP crisis? So BOP crisis occurs when you pay more amount for imports while you gain little amount for exports. When the country's export is very minimal and country is largely dependent on imports, so country has to pay more amount of money to its import bill while it is not getting enough dollar or international currency from its export. That leads to a situation where balance of payment crisis occurs. While recession in financial year 1966 was because of severe drought. Recession in financial year 1973 was due to energy crisis, and in 1973 world witnessed the first energy crisis as the OAPEC, which is Organization of Arab Petroleum Exporting Countries, proclaimed an oil embargo. So they stopped exporting oil. So world witnessed energy crisis and the entire world faced this recessionary phase. While recession in financial year of 80 or 1980s was due to oil shock during 1979 and 80, it occurred due to a decrease in oil production in the wake of Iranian revolution, and it led to increase in oil prices. This was followed by Iran-Iraq war, which further curtailed the production and escalated the price. So in that time or in that year, India again faced recessionary phase. And India is again going to face recession. So there is talk that India might face the 5th phase of recession. And the current recession staring at India is different from all the previous recessions as it comes with a fresh set of challenges. The entire system or the entire economy has been shut down, all because of COVID-19 lockdown. The next question now. The existence of Bose-Einstein condensates was predicted by. So this existence of Bose-Einstein condensates was predicted by Albert Einstein along with Satyendra Nath Bose of India. So here both A and B is the right answer. So here C will be the correct option. Corrected. Both A and B is the right answer. So C is the right answer for it. And this Bose and Einstein condensate formed when atoms of certain elements are cooled to near absolute zero temperature, that is around of 0 Kelvin or minus 273.15 Celsius. So whenever an atom of certain elements are cooled at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, then we get Bose-Einstein condensate. At this point, the atoms become a single entity with quantum properties, wherein each particle also functions as wave of matter. And this Bose-Einstein condensate is the 5th state of matter. We know the 4th state of matter, that is solid, liquid, gas, plasma, and now the 5th condensate matter we know is Bose-Einstein. And recently it was news because NASA scientists has observed the 5th state of matter in space aboard International Space Station for the first time. So ISS, we have discussed about International Space Station several times, so no need to discuss about here. So in ISS, NASA had discovered this Bose-Einstein Condensers, which is the fifth state of matter for the first time. For brief, I am telling that ISS serves as laboratory in the space. It flies in LEO, that is low Earth orbit, around up to 400 km of Earth, and in this crew members of Japan, Canada, US, Russia and European Space Agency lives and they do research. Next question now. Consider the following statements about stages of vaccine development. So today we are going to know in detail about how vaccines are developed in different stages. Let's see the options. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, there are 6 stages of vaccine development. This statement is correct. There are total 6 stages of vaccine development as per the Center for Disease Control Prevention, and this CDC is an organization of United States of America. And the stages of vaccine developments include exploratory stage, preclinical and clinical stage, then regulatory review, approval, manufacturing and quality control. So here both of these statements are correct again. So C is the right answer. Now we have to know in detail about what happens in different stages. So exploratory stage is research intensive phase of the vaccine development process, and in this scientists try to identify the natural or synthetic antigen that might help prevent or treat a disease. So exploratory, the name itself suggests, is the phase of exploration of an antigen to fight against that disease. Then the stage comes of preclinical. During this phase, researchers use tissue culture or cell culture systems and animal testing to determine whether the candidate vaccine will produce immunity or not. Then comes the clinical development. Clinical development has 3 phases in it. It has first phase, second phase and third phase. In phase 1, a small groups of people receive the trial vaccine, and in phase 2, the clinical study is expanded to more people, and these are given to those people who have characteristics similar to those for whom the new vaccine is intended. Then come the phase 3rd of clinical development. In this, vaccine is given to thousands of people and tested for efficacy and safety. Thereafter, regulatory review and approval phase. And if a vaccine passes through all these 3 phases of clinical development, the vaccine developer submits a biologics license application to the FDA. Then comes the phase of manufacturing. Major drug manufacturers company provide infrastructure, personnel, equipment necessary to create mass quantity of vaccines. Then comes the quality control phase. In this, stakeholders must adhere to procedures that allow them to track whether a vaccine is performing as anticipated earlier or not. Next question now. Consider the following statements about RT-PCR test. You must have heard about RT-PCR test, but you must not have heard about RT-nPCR test as it is a new technology. Let's see what is this. This test is known as reverse transcription nested polymerase chain reaction test. This statement is correct. So you have to focus on this word, that nested word is new here. It is a low cost testing technology developed by researchers at Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. This statement is also correct. It is a low cost testing technology. It has been developed by Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. So again here C is the right answer. And the Indian Council of Medical Research only recommends RT-qPCR, that is reverse transcription quantitative polymerase chain reaction test for novel coronavirus. So RT-nPCR test is waiting for the approval of ICMR. Once it will get the approval, it will put into practice. The next question now. Juneteenth or Freedom Day is celebrated in which country? So Juneteenth is celebrated in United States of America on 19th of June every year, and it is an American holiday celebrated annually on June 19th. It commemorates the June 19th, 1865, when Union General Gordon Granger read federal orders in Galveston, Texas, that all previously enslaved people in Texas were freed. So it was end of slavery in Texas, and the day is oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in United States and is observed on June 19th. It is also known as Emancipation Day or Juneteenth Independence Day. Now let's see the next question. But before that, if you have not liked the video yet, do like the video and share the video with your friends and loved ones. The last question now. World Day to Combat Desertification is observed on. So this day is observed on June 17th. So here A is the right answer. And one more thing, today I will upload the polity video as well. So be prepared for that too. So it is observed on 17th of June and the day is celebrated with the theme in this year as Food, Feed, Fiber. Food, Feed, Fiber, the links between consumption and land. I repeat it once again, food, feed, fiber, the links between consumption and land. And note that SDG, that is Sustainable Development Goal 15th, aims to halt and reverse land degradation. And the day was proclaimed by United Nations in the year of 1995 itself, after the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification was drafted. So I hope you find the video useful. Don't forget to like and share the video with your friends and loved ones. Subscribe and press the bell icon so that you receive all the notifications at the earliest to watch all the important videos. Share the video with your friends and don't forget to follow our polity series as well. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay at your home, stay safe, and thanks a lot.